Welcome back to Snippet Coder, and we are back with another video, and this is the 12th video of a WooCommerce grocery app series. And in this video we will learn how to make the user authenticated screen on the basis of logged in user detail, and also we will design the my account page and we will link the order screen from here. So before starting the video, if you are new to our channel, subscribe the channel by clicking on the subscribe button and click the bell icon to get notified about our latest videos. Thank you. So first of all, we will add one package here for that dependency package for that share preferences, and the name of the package is shared_preferences. So now we will create one class here, and name of the class is shared_service.file. I have already created the class file here. I will explain you. And we have created a class name that is shared service, and we are creating around 4 methods over here, and all the methods are static here. The first method is logged in, and we are checking here if that user is logged in or not, and we are checking on the basis of that and that login_detail variable which we are storing. And here we are passing preference.getString, and we are passing here the variable name, and here we are checking if not of null, then we are passing as a true, that means the user is logged in, and else we are passing here false. And the second method is login details, and here we are just fetching that login detail from our shared preferences, and here we are mapping from our from JSON, and here we are just decoding that string because we are storing that JSON data in the string format in the shared preferences, and here we are doing JSON decode. And if that is not of null, then we are passing here, else we are passing here null. Then we have another method that is set login detail, and this method will be called when the user is successfully logged in. We will call this method. And here what we are doing, we are just setting the string here, and the name of that string is login_detail. And here we are checking if the login response is not of null, then we are just passing that JSON in the form of string, and here we are passing login response.toJSON, else we are passing here null. Then we have a last method here that is logout. What we are doing here, we are just passing that null in that set login details here, and this method will be called in our logged out button click. So now I will do small change in our login model class file. So this is the change because I receive a lot of messages regarding that login successfully is working fine, but in the case of that login unsuccessful, they are getting the error message. The issue is that here we have to change the condition here, and instead of checking here null, we have to check here length here. If the length is more than 0, then we will pass here that data from JSON, else we are passing here null. So now in the case of that invalid login name and username or password, we will no more get any error message over here. We will get the proper response here, but that data will be as an empty. So now we will create one widget here, and the name of the widget unauthorized_widget.file. So this widget will be same which we have created for the order success screen, and this widget will be used in that case if the user is not logged in. Then we will show this widget, and they have to logged in to access that area. So we will just copy our order success widget, and we will just paste over here, and we will do small changes there. First of all, we will make it as a stateless widget, unauth widget, and here we will copy all the code here, and we will pass here, and we will remove this code. So the first change is we have to change the icon here, and here we will use another icon that is lock, and here we will change the text also. You must sign in to access to this section, and here also we will do the change here in the on press event, and here we will change that from done to login, and here we will change navigator.push, and here we will change to login page. When the user click on that login button, and it will be moved to the login page. So now we will change our cart page also, and here we will do some small change here. In the build, we will check here And here we will return new future builder, and here we will pass in the future, we will pass here shared service dot is logged in, and in the builder we will pass here build context async snapshot. The type we are using here bool type, login model, and here we will check if the login model dot has data, and here we will return center child. We are using here circular progress indicator. Now here we will check if the login model dot data, then we will return this code, else we will return here UNAUTHORISED. Now let's see in the UI. So now if I click on the cart button, and here you can see the message that you must sign in to access this section, and when we click on the login button, it will move us to the login page. And here also we have to do the modification to see it working. So once the user logged in, and then they will start getting that my cart page with that cart information and all. For that also we have to do the modification, the API also, to remove that hard-coded value of that user ID and all. So now we will do the modification of our API service.dart file, and here we will search for the method name that is add to cart, and here we have to remove that hard-coded value of that model.user ID. Instead of that, we will use here login response model is equal to await of shared service dot login detail, and here we will check if the login response model dot data dot id is not of null, then we will pass here model dot user id is equal to login response dot data dot id, and here we will check data is not null. Now we will modify another method also, get cart items, and here also we will check login response is equal to await of shared service dot login detail, and here we will create one variable that is in type of user ID is equal to login response dot data dot id, and here instead of picking from the config dot user id, here we will pick from that variable name user id. Now here we will put condition if login response dot data is not of null, then we will call this, else we will not call it. Also we will modify our customer detail. Here also we will put the same condition, login response model is equal to await of shared service dot login detail, and here also we will create in type of user ID is equal to login response model dot data dot id, and we will check here if the login response dot model dot data is not of null, then only we will pass it in this code, else not. Now we will do small changes in the provider also, and here in the provider cart underscore provider dot dart file we will find the method name that is fetch cart item, and here also we will check bool is logged in is equal to await of shared service dot is logged in. If is logged in, then only we will do that fetching and all, else we will not. And here we will pass one condition, because in our previous video of that payment gateway, user complaining about that total amount is getting double, and for fixing that issue we have to put here underscore cart items dot clear. So what we are doing here, whenever that fetch cart item is called, and it will fetch from that start, and it will empty that list array, then only it will fetch the data into our cart items. So now we will do one more change here. In the home screen we will pass one variable here, and here we will pass in type of selected page, and the constructor we will pass key, then we have this dot selected page. So what we are doing here, we are passing a selected page because in the case of that login successful and all, whenever user is logged in successfully, and upon that successful login, we will directly move that user to the my account page. For that we have to pass that tab ID, because we are using here bottom navigation tab, and we have to pass that current index and all of that particular tab which we want to show. For that we have to pass here that index number and all, and here we will create the new page of that my account, and we will change it with that. So, and here also we will do small change, overwrite void type of initialize state super dot initialize state. Then here we will check if this dot widget dot selected page is not of null, then we will pass underscore index is equal to this dot widget dot selected page, and here we will create my underscore account dot dart file, and we will make it as a stateful widget my account. And just for the testing we will pass here child new text, and here we will have test, and we will link this with here. So now let's see in the UI also, and here if I click on the my account icon, so we are getting here my account. So now we will modify our login page also, and here we will have, first of all we will move this code outside our condition, and here we will put shared service dot set login detail, and here we will pass the response we are getting after login, and it will set our login detail in our shared preferences. And here instead of that this code we will add the code navigator dot push and remove until, and here we will have in the route we are using here material page route, and here we will have the context, and here we will call home page, and we will pass here selected page 3. That means after successful login it will move to that my account page. Then we will have the model route dot with name, and here we will pass home. So what we are doing here, after the successful login, when the user get the message of login successful, upon clicking on that OK button, it will move to our home screen, and there we will move to directly to the my account screen, because we are passing here the tab number over here, the index of that tab. And here also we will check, we will change the condition here return dot success, then only we will move here, else we will not, else we will move to the invalid section. So now if I click on that login, so here if I put a invalid email ID test 123456@gmail.com, password we are passing a 123456, and we click on the login button. Now we are getting the invalid login message over here. So now if I click on So if I put valid email ID here, raman@gmail.com, and the password is same. And now if I click on the login button, now the login is successful. If I click on the OK button, we are getting on the My Account section. So now if I click on the cart button, you can see here loader is loading, and it will go hit to that server and pick all the cart item on the basis of the user ID and logged in user ID. So now we are not doing any hard coding over here. So here you can see that data is coming on that my cart, and we are getting all that data from the server, and nothing is hard coded over here for that user ID and all. So now we will design our my account page. So here in the my account page, we will create one class here, and we will name it as a option list, and we have a parameter of string type option title, string type of option subtitle. Then we have a icon data, and we will name it as a option icon. Then we have a function on tap, and here we have the constructor part, this dot option icon, this dot option title, this dot subtitle, this dot on tap. And here we will create one variable of type list, option list, and we have name it as a options here, new list of option list. And here we will create override void initialize state, and here we have super dot initialize state. And then we have option dot add, and from here we will add new option list, and here we will pass cart icon dot cart. And then we have a title here, and we are using here orders, and then we have a subtitle here, check my orders, and here we have the on tap here, and from here we will call navigator dot push, and here we will have material page route context, and we will pass here orders page, and from here we will remove this and this. We will create one more here, and we will name it as a edit profile, and here we will write update your profile, and the icon we are using here icons dot edit icon. Then we will have one more here which we are not covering here, just for the display we are using here, and that is notifications, check the latest notifications, and the icon we are using here notification icon. And then we have one more here, that is sign out, and the icon we are using here power underscore setting underscore new. And here in the on tap event we are passing here shared service dot logout dot, here we are checking if that is mat is logged out. Then here we are calling here set state. So we have to call this set state because when we click on that logout button we have to refresh the page. For that we have to call this set state so that the my account will show that unauthorized message. We have to separate all the code here. So here we will design the layout and all, and for that we will create one widget here, widget underscore build row, and here we will pass option list and the index we are passing here, and from here we will return new padding, and here we are using here edge inset, and here we are passing here 0 in the left. In the top we are using here 5, and the right we are using here 0, and then in the bottom we are using here 5. And here we have the child here, and for the child we are using here list title. For the child we are using a list style, and here in the leading we are using here container. Then we are using a padding here, edge inset dot all, and we are using a 10 padding. Then we have the child here, and we are using an icon, and we will pass here option list dot option icon, and we are passing a size also as a 30. Then we have the on tap event, and from here we are returning here option list dot on tap. Then we have the title here, and we have the text widget option list dot option title. Then we are using a style here, and for style we are using a text style. Font size we are using here 20. Then we are using a font weight we are using a bold. Then we have the subtitle here, and we are using a padding, and for the padding we are using a edge inset dot top 5. And here in the child we are using here text widget option list dot option subtitle. Then we have the style here, and here we are using text style. Color we are using here colors dot red accent, and the font size we are using here 14. Then we are using a trailing icon, and here we are using icons dot keyboard right arrow. Now the wizard is ready, so let's see how it's looking. Then we will map it with the list view, and here we will pass build row, and the option list we are passing here. So now you can see in the screen we are getting here the layout is coming properly. So now we will map it with that list view. So here we will create visit underscore list view, and we will pass here build context, and here we will return new future builder, and here we will pass future shared service dot login detail, and here in the builder we are passing here build context async snapshot login response model login model, and here we will check if the login model dot has data list view children's we are using here container, and here we are passing the margin here edge inset dot from. In the left we are using 15, in the top we are using a 15, in the right and the bottom we are using 0, and then we have the child here, and we are using a column visit. Then we have the children's here. Before that we will set here main axis alignment dot start. Then we have the cross axis alignment dot start, and inside the children we are passing here text visit, and we are passing here welcome. Then here we are passing here $sign login model dot data dot display name, and the style we are using here text style. Font size we are using here 22, and the font weight we are using here font weight dot bold. So after container we are using here list view dot builder, and here we have the item count, and we are passing here options dot length. And then we have the physics here, and we are using a scroll physics. And then we have the padding here, and we are passing here edge inset dot all, and we are passing here 80. And then we have the shrink wrap, and we are passing it true. And then we have the item builder, and we are passing a context index, and here we are using card visit, and from here we are using elevation as a 0, and the shape we are using here new rounded rectangle border, and the border radius we are using here new of border radius dot circular, and we are using a 16:0. So here we are using child, and we are passing here underscore build row, and we are passing an option, and we are passing an index, and here we will return center. And then we have the child here, and we are using a circular progress indicator. So we will call this method here. So now if you see in the screen, we are getting here welcome Raman Singh, because we logged in the system, and we are getting here that order menu, then we are getting here edit profile, then we are getting here notification, then we are getting a sign out. So now let's modify this page so that in case of the user is not logged in, we will show the same message which we are showing earlier in our cart page, that is unauthorized message. So for that also we have to use a feature builder, and we will return here new feature builder, and here we have that feature, and we are using here shared service dot is logged in, and in the builder we are passing here build context async snapshot bool type of login model, and here we will check if the login model dot has data, and if the login model dot data that means true, then we will call this one, else we will call here return unauthorized visit. So now if I click on the sign out, you can see the user is logged out, and if I go to the cart page also, we are getting the same message here also, and in the my account also we are getting the same message. So now if I click on the login button, so we are getting the login screen here. Now if I click on, if I enter the proper login ID here, so user is logged in. So now you can see we are in the my account page, and we are getting the all the menu for that user, and that is order screen, edit profile, notification, and sign out. If we go to the cart also, we are getting the data is coming from that server on the basis of that user ID saved in the device. Now you can see the my cart is loading. So now we link that order page also from here. For that also we have to do small change. So we will go to that order page here, and from here we have to change it to the base page, and here also we will change it to base page state, and here also we have to do small change, and instead of using build we have to use page UI, and we have to remove this code. So now if I click on the order page, we will get that order page. You can see here that order page is loading here. So you can see the order page is coming. So if I click on the back button, we will come back to that my account page. So that's all in this video. This is the last video for this WooCommerce glossary app series. So we are completed with this series. So I will soon start with new series. So I hope you liked the video. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like, comment, share. I will come back soon with another series. Thank you all.